So, Coach, a hard-fought game against Washington on Monday. Uh, you guys really were in charge of the game for large stretches. Can you just talk a little about that game?
I was really proud of our guys' effort. Their competitiveness was very good. I thought they were well engaged with not only the game plan that we had and their roles, their responsibilities, but just overall competing and being able to take a good team like Washington and put them back on their heels at times. And and having said that, I feel gutted for the players because I think they deserve a lot more than a loss coming out of that game. But in my mind, if we can continue to play with that urgency ends up highlighting the abilities of our players. And I think that again, we're still in the first half of the conference. I feel pretty positive, and I think the guys do that. We'll start putting some points up on the board.
The results really could have easily gone differently for you guys in a couple of games, and obviously you've played 3 very difficult road games. What do you take away from these first 2 weeks of conference action?
I think that we are starting to define ourselves a little bit more. We've got little changes in lineups due to injuries, and so I think we're feeling much more comfortable of who we feel can go in certain slots and play certain roles. And I think even more important, the players as well. And I think going forward, as long as the guys continue that urgency to compete. I thought the guys last night against Washington were really on the same page in most facets. There are a few times where it didn't seem like we were on the same page, and everything we asked them to do, they did outside of scoring. But they certainly created the chances to score. And road games in the Pac-12 are difficult, and so when you play on the road, there are times where you're going to be playing with some stretches without the ball. But I thought we did that masterfully. I thought we kept compact, and we were able to really open Washington up in attack and transition.
Now, you guys return home this week. What does it mean for you guys to get back to Paul Lorenz Field, where you guys have won every game so far this season?
Oh, it's awesome, to be back home. It feels like it's been a month or so. We want to certainly hold court on this service here, just because we have done so well here, and the players are comfortable playing here, and it's just great to be here, sleeping in your own beds, and getting to the routine that you need to be in. But I honestly believe we're going to continue to build on the things we've established in the first 3 games, because we honestly feel that the result is going to come. But we do need improvement in a couple of facets, and I'm convinced our guys can do that.
Now, it's a bit of a quick turnaround for you guys with a Monday game, and a pretty physical Monday game at that, turning around to face UCLA on Friday. How do you guys recover and get ready to go for that game later this week?
Well, I think the guys will recover well. Obviously, we'll take a day off here and let the guys get their legs back. But one of the things that we've been doing is really keeping a very solid track of our players' physical conditioning. And knowing that we would have a big break between the Bay Area trip and Washington, and then the short week between Washington and UCLA, we made sure that we charted things accordingly. So we feel that the guys will be on track for training tomorrow and then the game on Friday. So I think that the guys are going to be fine physically.
Now, another couple tough tests this week as you face a highly ranked UCLA team before you go against San Diego State on Sunday. What do you guys need to do to come away with a couple wins over this weekend?
I think first and foremost, we need to maintain our intensity. I think the intensity that we showed in particular in the Washington game, I think that's got to be first and foremost, because that kind of breeds the confidence of our players. And the second thing is we just got to capitalize on chances. I think we're creating chances, some fantastic chances, especially in transition, and we need to turn those over into goals. I think those change a game, and they certainly take pressure off the defense. And it's easier said than done when you don't have chances to score. But for us, I thought we've created a lot of chances, and it's just putting them in the back of the net. And I think once that starts to happen, then you see maybe not a sense of relief, but a sense of, okay, now we can start to play with not gripping so tight. But I'll be fairness to the guys. I think the guys have been fantastic. They've stayed in the zone that we wanted them to stay in. I thought their urgency level against Washington was good. And there was never a panic, you know, and that's what you need to have to be in this conference. And so I'm pleased with everything else but the result and some of the finishing things. And the guys will be on the same page.